Welcome to the Off the Wall Show. I am JB3 in the building with this beautiful, gorgeous, just the sexiest thing on the planet, Miss Shireen C is in the building, y'all. Hey.
What's up, y'all? How we doing? Off the Wall family?
Well, look, let's just say I'm going to need to cuss Uber all the way the hell out when I get a chance. It took me four Ubers that, ordered and picked up the trip and then said I was 4 blocks away.
Wow.
And was sitting outside and had to cancel every time. I'm like, "No, See, nope, you're not about to charge me $20 for a $5 trip. No, you won't."
Well, that's Uber. That's Uber for you. Uber and Lyft.
My Mother's Day weekend was beautiful.
You spent it with your mom.
Yeah. Everybody showed up. You know what I mean? I got a little cousin who's just had a baby. Big ups to Brittany. Big ups to baby giant. And I'm going to call him a baby giant because the boy was 8 pounds, 6 ounces. That boy is huge.
Oh, wow. That is a big boy.
So, yeah. Big ups to my baby cousin. I love you. And yes, I will babysit. So that's what it is.
It's real cool.
Oh, yeah. Got to keep it going. Got to keep got to terrorize him too. Because, I terrorized her for 20 some odd years. So why not?
Okay, then.
Yeah, I'm the big brother in the house.
So we finna jump into our topics because I got a lot of topics to talk about today.
Okay.
We got a lot of stuff.
What you want?
There's a lot of stuff going on today. So Off the Wall family, if we want to hear from you, so you can call us at 708-223-8953 or join us on our Facebook live feeds or on Instagram, Periscope, as well as on YouTube. If you go on YouTube, you have to join us on IntellectualRadio.com's live feed.
In the building.
So, as you all know, we are an iHeartRadio station.
So you're trying to get syndicated.
Yeah.
Holla at your boy.
So join us, call into the show. But what I really, really want to talk about, and it's been in the news, not in the news, but it's been on the internet all day in my timeline. And I didn't think everybody and their mama making memes about this, is the lady that called the police on the black folks that was having a barbecue. Yeah. So
Oh yeah.
So that's one of the incidents. But what I really want to talk about is and I'm being politically correct, why do white people or Caucasians feel they have the right to police black people and what black people are doing? Because that's just one example of what happened. There are several things that have happened throughout these last couple weeks and even months where they just take it upon themselves and feel like they the law. And they're going to call 911 because they not getting their way.
Because, first of all, this is just me talking because I'm not white and I don't know what they're thinking. But from my understanding, it's the fact that they want to feel like they did something, like they told the story they feel proud about telling.
Okay, but
they've been tattletales for a long time. Like,
snitches get stitches. I'm just saying. I'm just joking.
No. She is getting stitched up real good right now.
The internet. I didn't saw memes like up the wide.
They have let her have it.
Yes. And then what's really funny about it is even TMZ got in on it.
Because they know that she was stupid, man. Like, come on now. She has got to be she's done worse than what Kanye said right now. Okay? She's ridiculous.
And what really makes this and makes her look like a fool, and I don't mean to call her that, but
oh no, she a fool, for real.
The person that videotaped it was white. It was a white woman that was saying, "You crazy lady," and like she couldn't say, "Oh, these black people are doing this to me, and they're doing this." But it was another Caucasian woman that was like,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, the one who did the video. Yeah. She was Caucasian.
Wow.
And she was like really standing up for
us.
She was standing up and saying, "Hey, they've been out here all morning long and they haven't had a problem or issue. So what are you calling the police for? She even went on her phone. She was like, well, the map says they're not supposed, this is a charcoal.
Right, they feel entitled to say something.
This is a charcoal in a no grill area and it's not on the map. The lady pulled out the map and was like, look at this.
Right, excuse me.
They're in the right area, so what are you doing?
Right.
And then what even kind of peed me off a little bit is the fact that she tried to be so defensive and feel like, oh, I'm just so afraid.
She's being attacked and harassed now. Yeah.
That just like
That's what happens. That's what happens when the rabbit got the gun. Okay. You've been poking at this bear, and and then what happens is
when you finally get
when the bear wake up.
Yes.
And that's what you get.
I mean, and that's just one thing.
Now you want to shoot the bear. Come on now.
Nope. Then you had the young lady that was, I think she was in Yale, a black graduate student working on her graduate paper. She fell asleep in the common area of, I think their apartments or dorms.
Okay.
And the girl called the police on her because she fell asleep and she was sleeping there. And she said she had no right to be there. Now, how much is the tuition at Yale?
Wow.
I'm just saying.
This is at Yale.
I think it's like 32,000, or if I'm not mistaken, maybe 48,000. If somebody knows the tuition,
too much I can afford.
Exactly. And,
it's too much.
And she a graduate student,
to be
not an undergrad, but a graduate student.
She had no right to be there. That's what she said.
She told her she had no right to be there, and she should not be sleeping. And then she called the police. The police came, and the girl was like, let me open up my apartment door so you can see that I belong here. They questioned her and they asked for her ID and all of that.
Protocol.
Then they tried to say that she really wasn't supposed to be there because her name on her ID was like her nickname. And so when they was looking her up, they couldn't.
Yes, I smacked my lips. Really?
Yes, when they when they were looking up her name, it was under her real name and not her preferred name or name on her ID. So they tried to give her a hard time about that. But
then when she opened the door, then what?
They still asked for ID and stuff.
Come on now.
Now see, if I
that was to save face though. I think that was to save face. After being shown like, okay, we're stupid, we have to show.
And the girl was so adamant about she's not supposed to be here. She's not supposed to do this. But from what I read,
here was the chick that called in or called the police. She was a
graduate student too, and lived next door to the girl.
Oh yeah, see that's haterade right there.
Next door to the girl.
She's hating right there. That's some old you got better than me on the test, or you messed with my man kind of stuff right there. So that had an underlining to it. It's not like she didn't know who
but
she was.
that whole thing, like you said, it is the point of what gives you the right. If you don't agree with what I'm saying, if you don't agree with how I look,
right? She lost a debate in class.
If you feel that I'm not supposed to be here, you got the right to call 911.
Right.
And the whole thing is the police that came there, I know they're doing their job, but they should have saw it was bullshit. I don't mean to say it like that, right. But they should have saw that like, okay, I opened my door. So you should see that. I mean, they should have told old girl, hey, she belongs here. This is you kind of doing whatever. And then they said, that it was on Good Morning America, actually. They interviewed the girl. She said that it was a guy that the girl had called the police on him. And he's actually a graduate student too. She called the police on him because she saw him come in the building and said that he wasn't supposed to be there and she feared for her life.
Come on now, y'all. WYPIPO. Come on.
I don't believe you just said it.
Yeah,
okay,
come on, y'all.
Off the Wall family, we want to hear from you. What is your perspective, your point of view from this topic we're talking about? Call us at 708-223-8953. Give us a call because we want to hear from you. I mean, y'all roasted this girl on
in the internet, completely, on the internet, everywhere.
TMZ even got in. They caught her at the airport.
Oh no!
They caught her getting on the plane at the airport, and they was like, "So are you gonna call 911 on us for getting on the plane?" And it was just so.
Of course, it was hilarious. I'm sure. But I mean, look, y'all, look. I don't understand what's going on. I don't know if they've had like a secret meeting that, they assume that we black people usually have, but I don't know what's going on. But what I do know is there's an epidemic of just outright blatant racism, or just trying to find a way to make our lives more miserable than they already are. And I mean, don't get me wrong, our lives could be better as a whole. I'm not saying it's, black folks that ain't doing outstandingly well, but I mean, as a whole, black people, we struggling, we trying to catch up.
It's always somebody that got your foot on you.
Right. Why do you feel the need to hinder my life or make my day just terrible? Why? I mean, because good damn well that once I get out, I'm coming for you.
Right. But the thing is, it's the point of, for this moment now, I'm going to do what I got to do. For this moment now, I'm going to make your life miserable. Because guess what? It don't affect me. But guess when people start calling, and Christopher Greer on my live said, I'm going to start calling. I'm going to start calling on white people.
And then see how it feels.
Right.
Now, that would be a great idea. Just start calling like for no reason. Like, yeah, look, man, this dude is standing right here. He's just standing here doing nothing. But I mean, I'm scared for my life because he's just taller than me.
I mean,
yeah. Then what? Or I thought I saw her stealing. Click.
Oh, I thought I saw them stealing Nordstrom rack, and I think it was Missouri or whatever. It was some intelligent, fairly dressed 3 black boys in there, and they were getting their prom stuff, and they bought their stuff, and then they walked out the store, and the police came because the people in the store said they were stealing. Now, they were stealing, and they buying suits and shoes and stuff for prom, and they were stealing.
I don't know.
To him, he was real nice about it, and he was like, "Job,
right?"
But they called and said Job was like, we got money. What?
Right. We are well off. we got this. I'm sorry. I came in here. I can show you receipts, bro. That's what it is.
Right.
And see that I think might have been jealousy. That I can understand, and I can honestly believe that it was like, okay, you got these black boys.
I don't know about that, because I go up in Oak Brook Mall, Oak Brook Terrace over there the time and shop over there. I wish I could say a nigga would.
Yeah.
I mean, say
a ninja.
I wish somebody would call the police on me and say I'm stealing when I know I'm a shopaholic. Because me being how I am, let somebody, and I shop at a Cure, I'm just sorry. I don't leave out of the store without spending $102 on clothes. And if it's shoes, I'm going to spend some money on shoes. And Oak Brook Mall, that's the design mall where the rich folks shop at.
High end. We don't call it high end mall.
I wish somebody would say I'm stealing. Because the main thing that I would do, okay, the police get me, I'm going right back in that store. I'm returning everything. And I'm definitely going to get on Facebook, Instagram, because I got...
All you got to do is post it live.
Like, this is what
you'll
just
go viral.
happened.
You'll go viral instantly.
This is what just happened. This the chick. She said this. Now, and I know, and I'm not saying it happened or it will happen, and I'm not meaning. But I know me. I have rewards points, rewards cards, and credit cards for a lot of stuff. Let me go on live and say, hey, I was just shopping at here, and they said I was stealing. I know I love to shop.
Right.
I'm a label hoe, so.
Really, you just gonna call yourself that on national TV?
I said label.
You did though. You finished that statement. You did.
So I wish somebody would say that, because the thing is if someone makes a mistake honestly and they can own up to that mistake and say, hey, I thought you were shoplifting, but I was wrong, and now I see you at the counter and you didn't spend X amount of dollars, that's gonna hurt them. Because you return all of that. Not only has that salesperson lost the sale, you have, and I worked in retail, so I know all about this. You have messed up their returns for today, and you're gonna have to take that. They're gonna have to recoup that money in sales.
Right.
Then on top of that, you don't want to get that store don't want no bad name or bad publicity.
Not at all. But you know what? They'll get it anyway. They will get it just because you got a tendency of people putting stuff on social media just so they can get likes and loves and all kinds of attention.
It all depends on your. It all depends on your audience. It all depends on your fan base, and it all depends on who you are. Because you can put some BS on Facebook and it'll go viral. I'm just saying. Facebook family, Off the Wall family, we want to hear from you. Call us at 708-223-8953, or you can join us on our lives. I'm on Instagram Live, Facebook Live, or you can go to IntellectualRadio.com where we are streaming live, and we can answer your questions. We can give your comments. We want to hear from you.
Silverback, what you mean? What happened? I mean, we were talking about this lady that called in on a group of black people that was just outside chilling at a barbecue. And the beautiful thing about all of this, what happened after this lady called in? Oh, hey y'all, what's happening? We got to call her. But what happened was, the lady called in and said, the lady had a big falling out. Okay, what's up, y'all? Who we got on the line? Who is this? This is who?
Christopher Gray.
What's up, Chris? Chilling, man. How you feel?
Feel with my hands.
Oh, you feel with your hands.
Okay.
I'm doing wonderful.
Okay. Well, let us know what's going on with your comment, man. What's on your mind?
I was kind of like waiting for you to put the number back up there so I can actually catch up with what your topic is, because it just changed.
Really?
Yeah. Now, what were you just talking about there? You were talking about the I'm sorry,
you were talking about the lady. This dude came in here and took everything up and messed up with this. So you know what? Turn your radio down. That's what you do. Turn your radio down. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
We were talking about well, it's one topic, but it kind of encompassed a lot of things.
A whole lot.
We were talking about the lady that do Caucasian people feel the need to have to call 911 on black folks because they're not getting what they want. They feel that it's not whatever. So we were talking about the lady that called on the barbecue, called on the black folks that was barbecuing and saying they weren't supposed to be in that area. Then we were we gave another example of the young lady that goes to Yale, and the one lady called the police on her because she said she shouldn't be in the common area that she's supposed to be in. So those were the examples.
Yeah, it was just a bunch of examples about how and why, Caucasians want to put their foot on our neck and just want to make our day miserable for whatever reason. So I guess, what I'm asking you, bro, is what you think they say. What do you think they're thinking? Why do they do that?
Well, I kind of think that the climate has actually changed when it comes to watching what we do. We don't usually call on each other. We normally don't call on Caucasians or white people. We usually handle things ourselves.
Right. So this is true.
When it gets to a point where, it's when we were coming up as kids, you got labeled as like a trick. Oh, he a trick.
Yeah. Right. Real talk. Hey, like you said, snitches get stitches. So we try to keep that, in our own community. We try to handle it on our own, like you said, and it usually gets resolved. I mean, we talk it out, or we duke it out, right, or we shoot it out. I mean, it's just right. That's what happens.
Not shoot it out. Not shoot it out. But what we do is we usually do that as a family. We usually do that as friends. We handle things ourselves, and we don't usually involve police in the situation because sometimes
right, because a lot of the people that you're talking to got warrants, so yeah, they don't want to be caught up.
Right, or when because I live on the south side.
Okay.
And when we call the police, it's a while before the police show up, if they show up at all, because you know you're gonna get quizzed on by 911 about what is the purpose of your emergency, and then they make the determination of whether that's an emergency or not. So what happens is that it might be delayed, or the cops might not show up, because we being Black people in our community, we tend to actually not be able to relate to the police, because we feel at this time that the police are actually not our friends.
Oh yeah, because 9 times out of 10, Mr. O'Malley's going to show up.
Those are the last people that we actually want to call. And that's a normal reaction, because let's say that you needed some help. You're not going to call an enemy to help you out. You're going to
not in the least bit. No, we will not. Man,
right.
Thank you.
So the thing is that we really don't, as you've seen over and over again on Facebook, that we've seen the police actually, and I've said this, and I can't, I'm not going to lump every policeman into this particular category.
Well,
but the police are more acting more like terrorists than they actually serving and protecting, especially when it comes to people of color.
Right. Well, bro, thank you for your comment, man. We got to get this going, keep the show going. But man, we appreciate you. And continue to watch. I really appreciate your comment. Thank you.
So yeah, I mean, the policing, the policing is yeah.
But Chris made valid points though. Like at the point that we don't call the police to handle our own business, because we don't know what they're going to do. What they just might pull out handcuffs and guns just because they see us.
Right.
You know what I mean? If it's a group of Black people, they don't know what's going on. I mean, and that's partially our own fault, because we do have a tendency of getting rowdy. But I mean, 9 times out of 10, if we just handle it civilly, we don't need to. We don't need to call the police.
Right.
So I get it. And yeah, Chris made valid points.
Yeah, he made really, really, really valid points. And I just got to agree. So going on to that, we have another caller. So caller, who's on the line?
Man, turn the radio down, whoever it is.
And I'm back.
Oh, this is Vince D. What's going on, bro? Well, you and your comments, cuz. Come on, hit us with it.
Hey,
make it quick.
No, real talk though. That I don't know what's going on in the world, but yeah, that's some crazy stuff. Like, I don't understand why a person would cause on people that's doing like peaceful activities. I can see if like it was a whole bunch of people out there, but when I see the video or whatever, it was like 1 or 2 guys out there. So I just didn't understand that myself.
You know what? Honestly, I'm starting to think, yeah, man, for real. Thanks, man. We got to keep this show rolling, man. But thanks for calling, bro. But yeah, that's real talk, though. Like, I get it. But now that he said it was only like 2 or 3 guys or whatever.
Yeah, but the guys were waiting for their party to start up. They had just.
But that's what I'm saying. She was probably, in her mind, she wanted that spot. So in order to get that spot,
she didn't want that spot. She just walked up on them, and she felt like it was her civic duty to call the police and report them there.
Oh, that's entitlement right there.
I mean, seriously, they were actually what it was. These guys, they were actually going to have a little cookout, whatever, and so they were waiting for their friends to come. So they hadn't even started barbecuing or nothing yet. They just had the grills out.
So it was just a group of guys just standing there.
They were just sitting there chilling. They was chilling. And even the Caucasian lady that was videotaping it, she was like, they're not doing anything. They sitting here hanging out. So what are you calling the police for?
See?
And even her rationale and explanation of why she did it still didn't make sense. Where they're supposed to be in a charcoal area or in an area where you can grill. Okay. What do you grill with?
Wait a minute. If she's not the alderman, I'm gonna need her to shut up.
Because how many of us go to the lakefront? How many of us go to the lakefront or go downtown, Bongo Beach,
anywhere downtown,
any other beaches downtown,
right.
And there are areas that says grilling, no grilling. You can't grill on certain areas.
There are plenty,
but there are areas that you can grill on, and you're supposed to have a grill. A charcoal grill or a regular grill,
gas grill,
right? I don't think you.
Well, you can't, not gas, but you know what I mean.
The charcoal grill, and they even had the pits out there
for you to grill.
So I didn't get it, and then it was like, but afterwards, what I thought what was a beautiful thing is a couple days later, or maybe a week or so later, all the black folks and black and brown people, and even some white people.
Oh yeah, they collected.
They had a barbecue.
It was a huge cookout.
Barbecue.
Man, that was a beautiful thing. That was like the United Nations just all coming together, like everybody.
and their point was to prove that we are one, you united. It's not about the barbecue; it's how we have fun,
right? And how we need to with people with each other.
As African Americans, I'm not gonna say barbecue because
no, it was a cook.
It was a cookout. So we have cookouts. That's our summer thing. We have the cookouts for family reunions. You have cookout in Chicago. I don't know if they do it any place else, but we got the block club party. Do it right. So I just still didn't get her sense of, and I'm a snitch. I'm gonna call these people. And even when she called, and that's what I don't get. Even the 911 people representatives should have been like, "Ma'am, really?
You know that's
we finna send somebody out for this foolishness."
You know that's not gonna happen.
So why
they still have to, do a job, quote unquote, and still have to come out there and police the situation and make sure it's, I guess it's copacetic. But I mean,
so
like you said,
even with that, and this being memed and people like giving her in, this leads to my other topic of internet trolls.
I love them.
Do you think people are being paid to harass other people about their beliefs, their political views, do you think that people are being paid to that?
Paid?
Yeah.
Sometimes I honestly think it might be somebody that the actual person with the belief, I think they actually have somebody. I think they're paying the person to troll them.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Because you have people that are on the internet, and I pretty much I watch the news all the time, and I'm on the internet because of our show and other shows and things that I do. I'm paying attention to what's going on in the world. I pay attention to what people post, because somebody can post something on your page and ruin your brand, or they can ruin your show, or they can ruin whatever. And this person don't really care, but their objective is they want their point of view to be heard.
Right.
Because even a couple of Facebook groups that are, I have a community service Facebook group, 35 and up community that cares, and it's a Facebook group, and we post things that are positive in the community happening and things like that. And somebody posted something in the group about a adult prom, and it was benefiting a women's shelter and things like that. There was actually a woman that had the nerve to say, "Why you having an adult prom? You should have went to your prom when you was in high school. That's because y'all was having so many babies and you couldn't go to your prom." That peed me off.
Of course it did. But you know what? I don't think she paid, or whoever the person was, paid them to troll them, but I do think that was just plain ignorance to me. That's just stupid. I don't get it. But you know what? There are people in this world who love just to see people go nuts on the internet.
Right. And
they want to be able to say,
they want to have their point of view. They want to see what they want to say.
No. They do it just to piss people off. They say the dumbest stuff. They don't feel the same way as everybody. They don't feel the way that they posted. But they just did it just to get a rile out of whoever is going to comment on that post. That's what internet trolls do. They love attention. Whether it's positive or negative, they have a tendency of just saying the dumbest stuff just to see if they can get somebody to go or call them all kinds of stupid. And they're like, "Oh, look what I just made this person do."
Yeah, because again, you got to look at it. When you have a post and you have tons of comments on there and people making comments. In the algorithm of how Facebook goes, that comment makes that post show up first in lives and in feeds. So say for instance, our show, if I have people commenting and making comments, every time you make a comment, that's making that post relevant. So it's putting it in the algorithm to make it popular and show up first up there. So that's why when you make comments or make posts, that's why you're always supposed to put make a comment. Do a comment or something, because what that does is it pulls it up to the top of the algorithm. If it doesn't have a comment or anything down there, it just falls to the bottom and fall off. So that's why I always encourage people to comment, to make comments, even if you just go in there and do a GIF. A GIF still counts as a comment. So please make comments. If you're watching our show, please comment, make comments on the show, because that will keep our show popular and up in the algorithm.
That's what's up. You learn something new every day. Hey, you got a science geek and a sports geek, and we just some happy geeks on this show. Yeah. Okay. Today has been just a fun day.
I mean, I say it would be fun. Another thing that I really, really, really want to talk about, and it's been on my mind, the Royal Palace is finna get some color.
Yeah, yes, they are. A whole show about her getting married. They got another show that it's more like a documentary.
I saw that Will and
Grace, or
the dude, what's Margot and what's his name?
I don't know. I don't follow
Margot and Harry. On Lifetime, they actually had a movie about them on Lifetime, and I'm sorry, I love my Lifetime movie shows.
Okay.
And what happened was, I actually have a complete and whole new understanding of their relationship, because before they found out she was biracial, they used to treat her like she was a white woman, and she got all of the respect and got everything as a white woman. But as soon as they found out that she was biracial and had some black in her, they started treating her like crap and started treating her very condescending.
Quick question. How did they not know that she had a little bit of black in her? Like she does.
She not really.
Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know she was black until I didn't know she was black. I
did. Yeah, I sure did. I'm a guy, and I'm definitely looking like, man, hey, little mixed chick, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? I knew she was. Yeah. When I first saw her, I knew she was black. I knew it. There's no way in the world that you're gonna tell me that she was anything else but mixed. Nothing. I mean, it's one of those, what do you mix with? But I just thought she was just a light-skinned black chick.
I to be honest, until they said she was black, I didn't know she was black.
Oh,
which is
I think I knew. I knew.
I think that their wedding and this whole relationship is shaking up a lot, because it is completely and totally unconventional, and it is actually, in my opinion, knocking down the doors of racism over there.
Some of it,
because
or opening them.
Well,
they was already, you got people over there. They had like the kind of racism where they kind of like peek through the door, But now they might just open the door and let everybody know that, okay, this is what we are. Because that's happening a lot over here. I'm
sorry, but they gonna have some pretty kids.
Oh, their kids are gonna be gorgeous.
Some nice looking kids. I just want to see this after. I don't know. Are they gonna have a real after party, a real reception, real black reception, like how we do it? Because they got a black pastor that's gonna be there. Yes, and he's from Chicago.
Isn't that special? Huh?
He's a Episcopalian.
Okay, Episcopalian.
Yeah, and he's from Chicago, so.
Okay.
I want to see this. And then the other controversy is about her dad. First he was going, now he's not going, and then
he's an idiot if he doesn't go.
Well, he had a heart attack.
Oh.
So he's not going because he has to have heart surgery.
Okay.
And then as a dad, they were kind of roasting him a little bit on the internet, because they were saying how he had set up a photo shoot to take pictures and whatever. But I understand why he did what he did. He set up the photo shoot, and I think it was her idea for them to do it, to cut down on some of the paparazzi stalking his ex-wife, her mother, and their family and stuff. So I understand why he said it.
That makes no sense.
He'd rather have control, chaos, than to have them popping out of bushes and doing whatever. No. So I understand why he did what he did.
That makes no sense to me.
The only thing is I think it just kind of backfired him on a little bit.
It honestly has the ex-wife has nothing to do with this wedding. Nothing. I mean, is she her mother?
Yeah, the mom.
Okay. Even still, like, why are you even following her around? Like, what's the point?
Well, I
understand it's the paparazzi.
It's the thing of she's a black woman, and you have a black woman that's marrying the Prince of England. So you don't think that's newsworthy?
I mean, I do. You know what? I'm one of those people that, like, if you want to kill racism, you can't get overly excited. Don't get me wrong. I'm proud. Oh, I'm extremely proud that this woman is marrying into royalty. Okay, I'm extremely proud. But it's one of those things where you don't have to just go like make it over the top.
Well, I think it's
I mean, don't get me wrong, dude. It is about
their custom, it's their ceremony, it's their thing. Like she was saying, she could have a plain and simple wedding, which is what she wants, plain simple wedding. She's not all about the ceremonies.
She's Anastasia right now.
Right. They call her the American princess.
Right. She's Anastasia right now, though. Like, yeah. She didn't know that she was about to be this, about to be queen in a minute.
From when they met, she didn't know that he really was
the prince
of England. Right. She just thought he was some dude at a college party, kicking it, hanging out.
See?
Because I think they met while he was here in the United States.
So, in other words, it was she's his Lisa and the prince is Prince Hakeem.
Yeah.
That is too funny. That is funny. You didn't know. Tell me you thought I was a goat hunter and I will leave you right now. Just think I was a goat hunter. Okay. Yeah. That's what's up though. Big ups to her.
Because she's like she's straight American. She's from California. Her mom is straight,
Hood.
But yeah,
you can say hood, but I think that's probably the reason why too, though they don't want them following around. Because if she's hood like that, then we don't need to have another Love and Hip Hop, right? Kind of thing. And this is the royal wedding. We don't need to have the typical black woman or the ghetto black chick on national TV
acting up, right? Mm-mm. And then her mom is really smart because she, after so many years of, she went back to school and got her college degree, and that she was saying how proud she was of her mom for going back to school and doing whatever. So, I really just think this is a great love story. This is a great love story. It's a great story because not only the backstory is beautiful, but the story that's coming forward is beautiful.
And I just hope and pray that there's no scandal behind it. I mean, because Barack and Michelle they did this whole thing with no scandal. I hope and pray that there's nothing.
Well, the thing is, and that's what is so unique about this. They're doing the non-traditional things and shaking up there because, like, for instead of them people giving them gifts and stuff, they ask that people donate money to certain charities of their choice instead of giving them gifts and stuff. And then they're not doing the typical honeymoon where they go off whatever. They coming back to the United States and kicking it.
Right. So they hanging out.
It's like they're like different. They're different. They're showing that, it's young love. It's different. It's radical.
It's Hakeem and Lisa. That's what it is. It's Hakeem and Lisa that they have come out and let everyone know that we are the true king and queen of true prince and princess of Wakanda.
Hey, Wakanda forever. You're always saying that.
I gotta say it every week.
And that movie came out on DVD yesterday, and I must say I went and bought the DVD. And
you got the director's cut?
I got the whole thing. I got the I got the special edition.
Oh yeah,
I got the special edition with the HD
Oh yeah, you know what? I'm gonna need to bootleg that from you. I'm gonna go ahead and bootleg that from you. You just, yeah. I'm gonna need to go ahead and copy that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna buy it though first, but I mean, yeah, they made $2 billion. I don't think they need no more.
Right. But then you see that now they're finna do a superhero based on the guardsmen of Wakanda, a black superwoman hero.
The Dora Milaje?
Yeah.
Really?
They're gonna do, and I was watching that, so that's what's coming up next with Marvel. They're gonna do.
Is it going to be a TV series or is it going to be a YouTube series?
I don't know, probably Netflix or whatever.
Okay. But speaking of YouTube series, I'm sorry. Let me change the subject just a little bit. But do you know that they made a 10-part series on YouTube for the Cobra Kai?
I don't know what the Cobra Kai is.
I bet you do. The Cobra Kai is the dojo that Ralph Macchio and Daniel-san beat in the first Karate Kid.
Oh, the dude that was in red and black.
Yes. No, in the all black. Not the one with Jaden Smith. I'm talking about the one with Ralph Macchio from the 80s.
Okay.
In all black. You're talking about they brought back a whole show with the original people. Ralph Macchio and I can't think of this other guy's name, but they are in this show.
Oh,
okay,
wow.
And they are doing karate, and their kids, wives, all that kind of stuff is in this movie. I mean, this whole 10-part series, and it was like, I promise you, unexpectedly awesome. Okay, this was one of the greatest shows. I was like, man, because I was from that era, you know what I mean? I was it was nostalgic, right? So. You know, I felt like really good sitting back watching how they progressed, and they still do karate in this show, in this series.
Oh wow,
yeah. And the fact that, they made all kind of references to those, and they paid homage to Mr. Miyagi. They did it big. Come to find out, brother Will Smith is the producer of this series.
Oh wow.
Yes. So I will say this: YouTube, y'all tripping, trying to get people to pay $10 to watch TV on YouTube.
Well, you got to pay a subscription now to everything.
That's ridiculous.
Netflix, you got a subscription to.
I got you.
Hulu, you got a subscription to. But depending on if you have Spotify or Pandora, they're linking them together, so it's like $12.95 now.
Okay. See, with all that being said, I have what you call Terrarium and Showbox on my phone. I didn't pay a dime. Okay.
Hey, I don't get the download that stuff. Like you.
Listen, that ain't no hookup. You can, if you look, I'm sorry. Are you an iPhone or an Android user?
Android.
You can get it then. Just that simple. I'm telling everybody, look, forget YouTube. Go ahead and get Showbox, Terrarium on your phone and hook it up. And I promise you will not be disappointed. Okay.
So I have a comment that is made that they wanted to talk about the young lady that is on Facebook. It's a video that's on Facebook, and I posted it on my page today because I was so pissed off about it. It's a young lady sitting in the car, and this little boy behind her just cussing his butt off.
Okay,
and she laughing at it. And so the post said, "Is it bad parenting or bad child rearing?"
It's terrible parenting.
It's both. It's bad parenting and bad child rearing. Now, I'm old school. My mom and daddy old school. Till this day, I am scared to cuss in front of my mom and my daddy.
Well,
and this little boy was like, bitch this and that and all of this other stuff. And she was...
See, that's stupidity.
I would have kicked her in her throat.
See, that's stupidity. That is where the lack of respect comes from today. Because for the simple fact that because she didn't stop him and she thought it was funny, now he's going to think it's funny to do in front of anybody else.
Right.
And everybody.
Everybody else. He does that in front of the wrong person. I promise you.
They will never have a job.
I promise you.
Never.
He get his ass whooped.
Every time.
Especially if that was my nephew, my little brother, whoever. Yes, he would get tagged. I'm sorry but even my kids, and I guess it's from child rearing or my parents being old school parents, but We were taught respect. We were taught to respect your elders. We were taught to mind your manners and watch your mouth.
That's all it is. And that's all about respect and having tact in your life. I mean, like, it's just so stupid for you to let this child go and do any and everything.
I mean, it is like a 5-minute video. And I kid you not, it's a 5-minute video. He in the backseat.
5 minutes straight.
And okay, he just cutting up, just cussing. You booty head, you this, you that. What's just everything you could possibly say. And this kid can't be more than 4 or 5 years old doing all this. And then it's another person in the seat over there. Then he started talking to her and cussing her. And he starts cussing and she
see, you know what?
I'm sorry. I just had to post that video just to say as a PSA. If you a young mama, a young dumb mama, I'm sorry, and your kid is cutting up like this, be prepared for me to kick your butt.
Right, because it's her fault.
Because this kid gonna go to school and be disrespectful to the teacher, to an adult, to anybody, and say something like that. And if they got a mama or uncle, or if it's a grown person like myself, and I see this, I'm gonna hit you in your mouth. I'm sorry, because you can't do that. I just, it's inappropriate. And I'm not going to allow it and accept it. And it's disrespectful. If your mama didn't teach you nothing, then I'm going to teach you something.
Well, it's a way to do that without putting your hands on them. I mean, because I understand it's not your, it's not your kid. But at the same time, this is all I know is that child is going to grow up and try to get to do certain things, try to get up there and, I guess get a job, go to school or whatever the case may be. And then when they get rejected, that's when the depression sets in, and then that's when, what is the word I'm looking for? Backlash.
Yes.
Comes in. They're going to get to lashing out at everything, and it's going to be everybody else's fault. Or it'll be they hating on me. It'll be everything else but their fault. That takes away from accountability.
Right.
Okay. Everything that goes on with them. And it's crazy. I don't have any children, but it's just
well, you don't have to have you're an uncle.
Yeah, and I got
uncle.
Common sense.
And if you're not an uncle, you're a mentor, or you're a man. You're a black man that you know better. Right. You're a black man with some sense that you know better. We have Lisa that says that's a Black American woman. Marie said the best 80s relaunch. She's talking about your
Oh yeah,
you're talking about. Yeah, and he said you can download it for free.
See the whole thing.
And then his comment about the disrespectful parent is all these disrespect these days started when the government stopped these parents from whooping kids.
Amen.
You are absolutely correct.
That's the truth, man. Because at the same time, now since we can't whoop them, they ain't scared of nobody. They're not scared of nobody now. Like they can I can call the police on my mama. That means she can't hit me no more. That means I can do what I want to now. Oh, I'm about to do whatever I want.
I'm gonna tell you that. Okay. I was one of them kids that told my mama. I was bad though. I told my mama,
you wasn't bad.
What you gonna? My mama said she was finna whoop my ass, and I'm saying it that way because that's how she was.
Right.
And so I was like, you ain't gonna do nothing. I'm gonna call 911.
Yeah, you got to get to the phone.
And my mama did one better than that. She took a garbage bag, put everything that I owned in the garbage bag and put it at the front door.
Oh yeah.
She said, "Okay, as soon as you get off that phone, they go to
you got to go.
You got to go."
Yeah.
Because, and I admit, I am spoiled. I get everything that I want. My mom and my daddy spoil me. So
I can believe that.
So I can believe that. I had to look at myself and be like, I'm gonna be quiet on this one.
Yeah, you better. You better.
I got it good.
Yeah.
And when
that privilege is about to leave, that was you.
My mama actually put me out that night. I had to go to my auntie house across the street.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got taught a lesson for real.
Who you telling?
That was
you better not come back here. You better not. Don't call. Don't do nothing. I was so man. I was so scared. My mama wasn't trying to hear that. My daddy was at work too. I was like, my daddy was at work. I was like, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, you apologized for days, for weeks.
No, I was so scared to go back home because one, I knew I was disrespectful. Two, I was scared of the ass whooping I was about to get.
Oh yeah, of course. You see, you know what? I could never say I was scared to get a whooping because I always got the whooping. Like I got it every time. I take that back. It wasn't every time, but I got whooped for stuff I was about to do.
See, I was scared. And again, that comes with good home training. Yeah. And we came up in a generation, and I'm saying us because you're the same age I am. Yeah. We came up in a generation where you not only got you got a whooping, they really took to heart it takes a village. So if you did something down the street, you got a whooping from that auntie down the street. Even though it wasn't your auntie, it was a neighbor. She still was your auntie because your mama made you call her auntie.
Auntie, yep. Everybody.
You got a whooping down the street. And by the time you got home, you was still trying to figure out how you finna lie about it. But your auntie didn't call down there and told your mama. So when you got home, you already knew you was finna get a whooping. So you tried to lie out of it.
Oh, yeah.
What you do down there? Nothing.
Look, I got three people.
Got a whooping because
I got 3 people on my block right now that I'll call uncle, auntie. You know what I mean? On my block right now. Oh, don't worry about it. It's all right. So, but yeah, big ups to Uncle Bruce, Auntie Lisa, and big ups to my Auntie Regina. Man, for real. Like, I mean, all of them is not blood, but they are who they are.
Where it was like, I'm just saying. But I think it's different from our generations. We got, like you said in the previous show that we had, we got grandmamas that's 25.
For real.
We got great grandmamas that's my age. So you got babies raising babies who really haven't experienced or been through those parentings or had those parenting skills like we had growing up. No. They ain't go through the ironing cord, the stenching cord, the ironing board, the paddle, the switch. They don't know what none of that is. Hot Wheels tracks. Yeah, they don't know what them whoopings is.
No, nope. Look, I got beat in high school. No, I was a senior in high school, and I got caught up cutting class.
And I'm not advocating abuse, but I'm just saying we got it when we was younger, and it made us better people than what we are today.
I got it when I deserved it.
Now, I can't say that timeouts work for people. That's how people raise their. But I know sometimes you can only say
they grow up to be serial killers. But okay, go ahead.
You can only send somebody to a corner for so long.
Man, for real.
I want to give you a punishment that you going to feel and you going to understand that I'm not playing with you. My kids will tell you. My mama always say, I don't want to have to say the same thing twice. If I have to say the same thing twice, that's it.
Look, this is what timeout does. Timeout puts them in a corner with their thoughts. And now they're sitting back thinking about a million ways to try to get back at you and a million ways to kill you and a million ways to do something terrible, because it's mental now. It's not physical. It's just like, your parent telling you don't touch that pot. It's hot. And you go do it anyway. That's that simple. You're going to get burned. You need that physical pain to say, oh, no, look, I need to stop doing this. Sometimes you just need that. True indeed, every kid doesn't need that. Everybody needs to take a different approach on discipline. But
it all depends. If you got a badass, then that badass gonna need more than a timeout. Sometimes you have to get them that whooping. Yeah. Sometimes you have to let them know I mean what I say. I'm not gonna keep repeating myself. I'm not gonna keep saying the same thing over and over and over again, because as an adult, you should not have to bargain with or negotiate with a kid. You shouldn't have to do that.
No, listen, I had that problem with a couple of ex-girlfriends ago. Okay. Her kid would always go, "You're not my daddy." I'm like, you know what? You're right. Right. That means I won't necessarily get in trouble for whooping you. You know what I mean? I wouldn't put my hands on him, but it was like, one good time he, kicked me in my hand. I'm like, you know what? You got one more time. I'm not the type of person that's going to go tell mama, go tell daddy. I'm a grown man. You're going to listen to me because you are 3 feet tall. And I'm 6'3". Do you know I will throw you in the garbage and walk away? Right. Okay? I'm older and bigger than you. I'm not that type of, I'm not that man. I'm not going to take abuse from some kid. I'm not going to hurt you, but I am going to mentally mess you up. I am going to bully you. Mm-hmm. Okay? Like do stuff like hang you from a doorknob and you know what I'm saying? Like little silly stuff that's going to like really hurt your soul. Okay? I am a bully to my little cousins, to my brothers. You know what I mean?
But the thing is,
I also got bullied by them too. But it's something else.
Sometimes you have to. Sometimes you have to stress and say that I am an adult. You are a kid, and you need to stay in your place because you are a kid. We can go on with this conversation for hours because everyone knows how I feel about that. But we're going to get out of here. You guys can tune in to our after show. We're going to be outside of the studio hanging out for a little bit. So tune in to the after show.
One quick thing though. I'm going to need everybody to wish me luck. I am going to Cincinnati this weekend for the Hoinky tournament, the bowling tournament. It's a 3-day party kind of bowling tournament, but hey, I'm trying to come back with some money. Cool. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Thank y'all.
Tune in next week as we continue to take our topics off the wall. Peace.